So welcome. Today we're going to do a follow-up review and show some footage of me using the AGM Rattler TS25x384 Thermal rifle scope. So a few months ago I released an initial review of this scope when I first got it. It's been a very popular video. Y'all have had a lot of questions, so I thought I'd answer some of those quickly today, and then we're going to jump into some footage of me showing this off around the property and doing a little, well, pest control. So for starters, I'm still very pleased with this rifle scope. I've had an opportunity to use it through hot and high humidity times, which thermals are known to not perform well in, as well as now we've just went through winter and I've been able to use it on some nice and cool nights. For the price range that this scope's in, I still think it is probably the best bang for the buck scope out there, at least spec-wise and if you look at it on paper. I find the resolution and clarity plenty good enough to identify targets at several hundred yards, like say coyotes, deer. I can even tell the behavior of rabbits and now armadillos, which has been my biggest pest, and I can identify them at 100, 200 yards to know what to go after. Now with this sitting atop a 22 mag, suppressed 22 mag at that, obviously I'm not hunting at long ranges. I want a nice quiet package that can take care of the major armadillo infestation that we've been having on the property. If you watch our other channel, you know what I'm talking about. Holes everywhere in our pastures, all around our property. I have lost count of how many I've dispatched with this setup. Here's the other amazing thing. If I'm thinking correctly, I am still only on the second set of batteries. I am very confused. I read some reviews many months ago before I purchased this, and some people were saying they didn't think battery life was very good. Well, I don't know what they're doing. They must be turning it on and leaving it on all night long. I have found that I can go out almost every night of the week, scan for a few minutes, turn it off, go right around, turn it back on, and I never seem to go through the batteries. They hold it really well. And I run the Streamlight CR123A batteries in this. I find the internal recording adequate. I've never run out of room. However, I will say the footage you're about to see is of lower quality than what you see when looking through the scope. I wish the quality was a little higher on the recorded imagery, but it does allow you to record a pile inside this thing before you ever max out the internal memory. The other very popular question, the one thing I loved about this rifle scope is compact. I tend to use this more for a binocular and looking around, and while I'm riding around checking the field than I do a rifle scope. The mount that comes with this is machined perfectly, and I have found hold zero very well. And by that I mean I have taken this off probably 50 times in the time that I've owned it. This is typically what I do every night. Go out on the porch, look if I identify a target that I think I need to go after, or if we're riding around our property on our Polaris Ranger. I'm looking like this, driving a little more looking. If I see something I want to go after, it's as simple as flipping this one lever, putting it back on the rifle, tighten it down, and you're done. Most people would think you're going to lose zero. I thought you would, but I have not found that to be the case. Now keep in mind, most of my shots are 25, maybe 50 yards max. I'm not doing long range shooting here, so yes, there probably is some minor point of impact shift with doing that. I'm just not seeing it up close at all. And I love the ability to take this off and on and use it as a binocular. I don't think people realize how important the binocular side of things is. Nobody wants to hold up a rifle all night long. Your shoulders get to hurt and your neck gets to cramping. I love the handheld portion of this. I really love that. No issues, no freeze ups, nothing. It's just worked. I will say on high humidity nights, you do lose some clarity. I can still easily hunt and use this thing. This is Florida. It doesn't get much more humid than this. And on cool nights, boy, this thing gets really clear for the price range that it's in. So let's not sit here and do too much talking on the bench. You want to see the footage, right? Here is a bunch of footage of me catching some deer in the yard, rabbits, other things, and quite a bit of hunting, taking care of all these pesky armadillos that are digging our property and our pasture up. Hopefully you enjoyed it. By all means, drop a comment if you have a question that I didn't answer. Those were the most popular ones that I had. I still love the scope. I still highly recommend it. I think it's an excellent choice for medium to short range hunting. Check out all this footage.